Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about AI again today. And as always, I want you guys to listen and think about what I'm going to talk about and what I'm trying to convey. Today, we'll go through the different types of AI and what are some misconceptions that people have about AI and like some conspiracy theories that people make about and what it's all about. So let's get into it. First of all, AIs are often underestimated, as I can see. A lot of people underestimate AI and how. Let's see. When I say AI, most of you will go and think about Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT, or Grok, these large language models. You will think about how AI hallucinates and like how AI is just a chatbot and how AI cannot do physical work because it's just in a phone like this. This is the AI that most of you are going to think like that the AIs we can talk and stuff. But that's not all. Not all not AIs are not just chatbots. That's what I'm trying to say. That's not true. No. AI is a very broad field. Very broad fields. It includes specialized AIs like large language model, this AI, the one we can type and talk to, API AIs, physical AI like robotics and stuff, reinforcement learning AIs, lab exclusive AIs, and computer vision AIs. And so you guys might be thinking, what are all these AIs then, right? So let's get into it quickly. Firstly, first misconception is the thing that most people when they talk about like AI taking our jobs and stuff, they think like these AI are going to take our jobs, the one in your phone and stuff. That's not really true actually, because the AI that we use in our uh, phones, computer, laptops on the website and stuff, these are not the same that the company uses. Although the models are the same, they use the same model as ours, like Gemini 2.5, Claude, Sonnet 4.5, and stuff, Opus or stuff. They are fundamentally different in power and stuff. How? Let's go into it. When we use AI, our AI, the one in our phone, the one we can access in the web, or like we can download the app for, they are in two version, free version and pro version, as you can see. You can pay for them for like to get a better version of them, but mainly they are made for general purpose like searching, image generation, like the general purpose, the general purpose of AI, like helpful assistant. They are made to be an assistant of the user. And the ones in the companies are highly specialized. They are made for like effectiveness towards the company goal. Whatever goal the company may have, they are made to be more effective in that specific goal. And they are made to be less prone to hallucination and a common error that we may face. How? Let's go into it. First of all, the AI we use in our phone and stuff, the common AI, the common people AI, it doesn't have an API. What is an API? API is especially an special access key. Just imagine it as a special aspect key. First of all, our AI is an online application, right? It connects to the web, internet, and stuff. It can only work like that if to function properly. So it's connected to a server, right? Our AI is connected to a server. Example here, it's Gemini. I'm using Gemini. So Gemini is connected to a Google server, and this Google server allocates like gives you a specific amount of computing power to use this AI, right? And the common computing power that we may have, even the free pro version, they are limited in cases. But the API, but the company API makes it so that the company gives them like computing power higher computing power access in special servers, better servers and like stuff, so these API give them better computing power, which makes them automatically better in almost everything, and it makes it less prone to error. And this API makes it so that they can be customized. These AIs can be customized so that the customization is more optimized to reach that specific goal. And it also provides better security for the company. It also gives and the company using the API can give the AI special access to their company data, like customer data, company history, company objectives, and all these things. So this makes it so that the AI target, the AI's purpose is highly specialized. So it is not looking at every single data that the user may try to find. It is looking for specific data. And why does hallucination and all this error even occurs in AI? Is because its knowledge is very broad and it's looking for a specific answer. But in the company, it already has a very very specific answer. So it is very less prone to hallucination and error. That is the first thing that people misunderstand. Company AI and your AI that you use in your phone and stuff are not the same. Second misconception that people have, LLMs are the only AI. This is the biggest misconception that people have. These are not the only AI. This is not true. LLMs are only a subset of AI, as we see. Why is this why is this such a big misconception? Is because people think like, oh, AI is in the phone, so like so they can't take like physical labor job. Get out there and like do some work, cut trees and stuff. These are like jobs that will not be replaced. That's not true. That is not true. AIs are not only phone AIs, LLMs. They are much more than that. For example, I've picked four types of AI that we'll talk about. First is uh, the industrial or physical AI. As you can see in the picture I've drawn, very bad picture, I know, but these are like like the crane machines, like the robotics, like the chain supply lines, and like the machine input output, like that kind of like physical stuff that can do physical labor. And like computer vision AI, computer vision AI, reinforced learning AI, traditional machine learning. These are all in the field of AI that you guys are missing out, and like you guys are not getting educated in. Very important. And let's tackle through one of these each one by one. First of all, what is an industrial and physical AI? These include things like power grids, drones, robots, all kinds of robots, surveillance cameras, navigation systems, a crane, as I just said, the input output machine, and like the agriculture stuff, agritech, as they can say. So what are these? This is the biggest importance of AI in like the physical labor stuff. So I'll spend more time in here. First of all, they say like they might not be able to do engineering and stuff, right? Like the specific design and stuff. That's not exactly true, because like have you seen like specific machine where you insert like a wood or something and it cuts the wood out with a specific design? Those things are now controlled by AI. Like the wood cutting stuff too, and like the chain supply and stuff, like the crane pickup stuff and like the storage stuff. Most of it is now being done by AI in like top companies and stuff. And robotics too, they are trying to create like robotics to do like the proper human work. And even drones are used for military combat, military stuff and everything. And surveillance too, surveillance too, AI is now installed in all of these. Agriculture too, all the harvesting and many stuff, a lot of the physical labor stuff that you think like AI will not replace. You might be wrong. You might definitely be wrong. So you have to really think about it. AI is not limited to like the phone device. It's not stuck in the device as many people think. It's also physical. The second type of AI is computer vision. What this AI is responsible for? It's responsible for image generation, image detection, video generation, video analysis, and one of the most important aspects of it is like for like spatial awareness, like proper spatial awareness using like sensor and stuff. And like this is used in like self-driving cars and stuff. For example, like the AI phone, the LLMs in our phone, it may not be able to detect like the nearest object. Like it cannot detect the bottle that I'm holding here, right? It doesn't know. But these sensors using like very complex image. How do I put it? It just like it just has spatial awareness. Understand that way. It will take a long time to explain it, but just understand that it has like spatial awareness. It knows like where things are to its immediate vicinity and stuff. And like X-ray analysis, and like general medical paper and like medical picture and stuff analysis, like heart diagram and stuff, all these stuff, it all comes under computational vision. All right. And the third type is reinforced learning. What this is it's just basically uh, how do I put it? AI teachers. It's like AI teaching AI. So there exists a AI teacher and AI students. The AI teacher is made with a specific goal to like do to achieve an objective, and these students are given those objective to do, and based on the students' performance, the AI teacher gives them a positive feedback or a negative feedback. The goal of the students' AI is to gain as much positive feedback as possible. The more positive feedback, the better, and the more negative feedback, the more avoidation. So what this basically is, an AI is trained to reach a specific goal with the most optimized pathway. The most optimized pathway, the easiest and most optimized pathway. This includes like game theory and stuff. So like there is a lot of pathway to get to a goal, right? You can go this way, or that way, or that way. But what is the pathway that is the most easy, right? And if the pathway is like longer or like negative response, then they have to change path. Basically, it's like a synopsis of the brain. A lot of your brain actions are like designed to like meet the most optimized pathway. It's the same as the AI. It's optimization basically. The AI is trained to be the most optimized. All right. And the fourth one I want to tackle is like traditional machine learning. This is statistic based analysis basically. So this is the type of AI that is trained on like very high statistical data and stuff. They are made to train like statistically made to find anomalies in the statistic. Like in a code statistic, let's say a code is typed in this way, and they can check the statistic of the code, and like they can find like bugs. Like the code here is not meeting the normal statistics of how it should be. It's used for like fraud detection. Like this is something abnormal, like it doesn't follow the stats that normal stats. It's meant to like combat and detect like abnormal stats and like algorithm based, right? Okay. So it's like, okay, this user is into anime and stuff, and like algorithm based, it will like this statistically and algorithmically, this user will like anime based content and stuff. So like it's like algorithm based, right? It will detect like what this user wants and what it doesn't want, and then it will make a pathway to what the user is most content to. This is traditional machine learning and stuff. And now let's get on to the misconception that many people have. I call these conspiracy theory of the AI, right? So what these are? AI has been rising a lot, we know, right? And a lot of people who are not knowledgeable in AI have made like a lot of concept hypothesis and like consumptions, not the right word, right? What is called like thoughts, like conspiracies and stuff, right? So one of the first conspiracy I hear a lot is like in 2020 and stuff, we never knew about AI, right? AI was like nowhere, and suddenly like within 5 years or so, AI has been like everywhere. Is this like a government conspiracy, right? Is the government trying to like control everyone? Is the big tech company trying to control everyone using AI because AI is rising so quickly, and like it's suddenly just boomed out of nowhere? It's not. It's not. How? I'll explain it to you. It's basic concept. AI is nothing but a new technology that a new technology that people found interesting. Imagine for a scenario, you woke up one day, everything was normal, right? The world is just normal, your room is normal, and you woke up one day and near your corner of the room, you see a shiny diamond, like a very shiny diamond, and you're like, "Whoa, where did that come from?" Right? You will think about that, right? And you will think and you will investigate, won't you? Of course, some of you might say like I won't investigate, but most people will investigate. That is the same thing with AI. It's just a new shiny tech like people gravitate towards. People are like interested in new tech, and they use AI, and they found out that like AI is pretty fun to talk to. It can help me in maths. It can help me in image generation. It has so much potential. So like they just gravitate towards it. It's not like the government is forcing no one. It's not a big scheme or nothing. It's just people gravitating towards it. It's completely normal. The second conspiracy I get into is like AI is collecting a lot of data. AI is collecting your data. The government is surveilling you. They are there to control you. You know, they are controlling your data. They are controlling your brain. They are manipulating you. This big tech and stuff. This is also completely false. Let me explain. It's true. AI and data privacy and stuff, it's a big problem. It's a real problem. But it's more nuanced than just government trying to control you. You have to think about that. You can't just fall into like these loopholes that like tell you all this bizarre conspiracy thing. It dilutes the real problem of privacy and stuff. These AI data collections are fundamentally the same as your daily internet browsing, Facebook or like Instagram or like government having your ID and information. AI is not exclusive. The thing is, AI doesn't steal your data. AI just collects your data. There are rules and regulations about it, everything. For example, when you make a new account for AI or you download a new AI app that you have never used before, and you're like, you open the app, the first thing you will see is like the privacy policy and stuff, like the terms and conditions. They state everything, like what kind of data they will collect, how they will use that data, and how you, if you don't want your data to be used, this is the way you can just quit the app, or like there are settings for it. You have to go through those if you're really worried about like privacy concerns and stuff. And and that is why it's against the law anyways, that if AI secretly collects your data in secrecy, then there are big major laws and stuff against it, you know. And these laws are real, very real. I'm serious. It's not like the AI can secretly take your data, so that's all force. AI will not take your data, and even if it takes your data, it's all already mentioned, like what kind of data it will use and stuff. So you do not have to worry about it. And if you're worried about your data, go through the rules and regulations, read it, and like decide if you want to use your AI, or if you want the AI to use those kind of data for you and stuff. The third misconception is like the AI bubble. I agree. There is a big AI bubble, but the AI bubble itself is very nuanced. It's very complicated. So, and many people like many bad actors, actually, many bad actors twist the AI bubble in such a way that it's like conspiratorial, you know, like the government and stuff. One of those things are like the nuclear power of AI, like AI being compared to nuclear power, espionage and stuff, like stealing data of like enemy country and stuff. Why are big tech company burning so much money? Are they all together in this? Why and stuff, right? It's actually very nuanced. It's a universal thing with everything. There's no conspiracy. It's a universal thing with every technological boom. Let me explain. First of all, the biggest major problem, why are big tech companies burning so much money? The answer is the uncertainty and potential of AI. Right now, AI is a very new technology, and it has a very big uncertain potential, you know. So the big tech company are spending so much money because they feel they are fear of missing out. It's called fear of missing out. They are fearful that they will miss out on the big next thing. For example, 2000s and stuff, before the 2000, the internet, www.com boom and stuff. The people who missed out of a lot of things. The people who didn't miss out, like the companies today, Google, Microsoft, Amazon and stuff. Amazon, not Amazon actually, Google, Microsoft. These are the two main things. Like I think like the one who got first into the www.com, and like they're the biggest companies right now, right? And the other thing recently, cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency, the people who missed out on Bitcoin at the initial phase, they missed out like in millions, billions of money, right? So the big tech companies are now scared that they will miss out the next thing, because missing out means like losing money in the future power, losing out of future power and control, right? So like they are burning a lot of money to like hope that the AI potential that they seek, the AI potential they have in vision is true and not like um, wrong. They are scared of the bubble popping. The big tech company are scared of the bubble popping. They are scared that AI will not be this big thing that they expect. But if it's a big thing, then they cannot lose it. That's why they are burning so much money. The other thing is espionage. People say like, oh, AI is collecting your data, right? They are like secret government spies and stuff, like Russian spy, US spy, or like Indian spy, or like whatever spy. The thing is, AI is not the only exception to this. There are spies everywhere in the world. Information is very valuable, although the value of information is going down with AI. The thing is, everyone wants your data. Everyone wants government data, secret data, and stuff. there's nothing going on. It's the same with everything. Even internet, they are Russian spies in internet. They are Russian spies, or like enemy spies, or like any spies, any country spy, US spies or whatever. There are espionage and spies in every single social media website on the internet. Even physically, the next guy you know might even be a spy, but that's very low probability, and most of the time the common person does not need to worry about it. This is just fear mongering. And on the topic of nuclear power, this ties back into the uncertainty of AI potential. And this also perpetuates the money spending of like this big company. AI, in its biggest, most potential hypothesis, like the AGI, ASI, right? They have so much potential for so much informational potential and like so much power potential that they can be compared to a like nuclear bomb. Like they have that much potential. And if that potential is even true, even a little bit, there's a big cost for like to get the most powerful AI first. That is why the companies are spending so much money. It ties back to everything. And with this video, the thing I want to say the thing I want to convey most is I want you to think without going to conclusions immediately. Thinking doesn't require you to go to conclusions immediately. You can think about it, you can keep that thought, and I want you to question your thoughts. I want you to doubt it every single time. Is there any loopholes? Am I missing something? Am I not thinking this clearly? Do not go to conclusions so easily. And how, and even then people might say like, then how do we make anything sure? I call this like the refinement thoughts. Okay, you have to make your thoughts refined. For example, in this refinement ladder, 1 plus 1, for example, let's take 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Okay, and let's take politics. You can think about both of these, right? But which one do you go to conclusion better? The answer is 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, because it's very refined. There's like no room for arguments. Like example, there are one bottle here, one bottle here, right? Together, how many is it? Two, right? So what's there to question about? It's like common sense, common logical. You cannot deny that. You cannot deny that one and one is true. You cannot deny that in any case. But in politics, there are a lot of things to think about. There's very nuances, a lot of nuances. It's very subjective and stuff. So it's because it's very subjective, there's always room for questioning and like asking if I'm right, or if this is right, this party is right, that party is right. So that is very nuanced. So you cannot go to conclusions immediately. The same thing is with AI. AI is very, very nuanced. So you cannot go to conclusions immediately about it. And yeah, that's like about it. That is what I thought today, and I wanted to convey. I want all of you to start thinking more and going to conclusion less. Think more, be smarter, be more rational, and that's about it.